Kevin, we know that process is essential to every testing program. Why do you think it's so important?
Process is really the difference between just an incidental test and actually having a testing program. So for our customers and your clients as well, I know that those that actually turn their testing efforts into a program that has rigor and discipline and is informed by data is really the type of program that will bring results over and over and will encourage testing throughout the year and across the organization. And it really all starts with understanding what your goals are and then defining the specific KPIs that you need to be optimizing against. Once you have agreement upon that and everyone is marching to the beat of the same drum, then you can really begin. Also getting people in alignment as far as the different types of resources that will be required, the creatives that will be part of that experiment, all really requires a certain amount of discipline and again kind of a process to ensure that it all happens smoothly. Many of the clients that you work with, I'm sure, have defined their own process and many put a lot of thought and even fun into carrying that process out from ideation right through to how they communicate the results of their campaigns.
We've also found that process, the key word to process is to add the word repeatable before it. And the good thing about having a really solid process that everyone within the testing organization is aligned on is that once you have set that process, you can truly identify where your barriers are for scalability.
Right.
So we found that sometimes you could have a good process and you've repeated it and you're getting tests out the door and you're getting learnings, and now you want to step up that test volume. Only then, when you have that well-oiled machine, if you will, from a process standpoint, can you actually scale in a reliable way.
Right.
And that also helps in terms of building your team resource-wise.
Absolutely. And then the last point that I would add to that is, as people think about process, I don't have a process, how do we develop a process? One of the things that I would encourage is, really start getting your feet wet a little bit, get some wins underneath your belt and really get a feel for what testing looks like and what success from tests can feel like. And that can really inform your process and the process that works right for you.
One other quick point about process is that one size does not fit all. Every organization requires a different process, and there are a lot of factors that go into it. The way that your team is structured, the shared versus dedicated resources you have towards testing, even just the internal politics and silos within your organization, even the locations of your offices, how people communicate. That's going to dictate a lot of different things that are really key to a well optimized process for testing.